Have you ever felt like your past is holding you back, but you're not sure how to break free? You're not alone. The weight of trauma can feel crushing, like an anchor tied to our ankles, keeping us from swimming in the waters of our potential. But what if I told you that this anchor can also be a key to unlocking your greatest strengths? What if the very experiences that made you doubt yourself were actually opportunities for growth and wisdom? In this video, we'll explore the psychology behind why humans develop coping mechanisms to deal with traumatic experiences. We'll delve into the complexities of resilience and how it's often misunderstood and overlooked. By reframing trauma as a source of wisdom, we can begin to break free from its hold and tap into our inner reserves of strength and resilience. We've all been there, stuck in a cycle of pain and suffering, wondering how we'll ever escape the grip of trauma. But here's the thing, you're more resilient than you think. Think about it like this. Imagine being lost in a dense forest with no map or compass. You could easily get overwhelmed, give up, and stay stuck. But what if I told you that your body has an incredible ability to adapt and find its way out, to navigate through the darkness and emerge stronger on the other side? So, how do you know when you're ready to reframe your trauma? It's not always a straightforward answer, but often it comes down to a sense of emotional readiness. You might find yourself thinking, I've been carrying this weight for so long, and I'm tired of being stuck. Perhaps you've experienced a major life event, like the loss of a loved one or a significant change in your career. That's forced you to confront your trauma head-on. So, what's happening in our brains when we experience trauma? It's not just a simple memory storage issue. It's more like a branching network that gets rewired. Think of it like a city street map. The trauma is the new construction project that's been added to the layout. Our brain's planning department, the hippocampus, tries to make sense of this new addition, but often ends up getting stuck in traffic, replaying the same painful memories over and over. When we reframe our trauma as wisdom, it's like rerouting traffic around that construction site. We're not erasing the memory itself, but creating a new path for how we think about it. This process is called neural plasticity, our brain's ability to adapt and change its connections. It's not just about getting over something. It's about rewiring how we respond to it. For example, someone who was once a victim of abuse might reframe their experience as a lesson in setting healthy boundaries or recognizing the warning signs of toxic relationships. By doing so, they're creating new neural pathways that empower them to take control of their life. Now that we've established the concept of reframing trauma as wisdom, let's talk about what this looks like in daily life. Think of it like rewriting a script after filming a movie. The footage is still there, but by re-editing it, you get to change the narrative and create something new. For many of us, traumatic experiences can feel like a constant loop playing in our minds. But what if we could press pause and rewrite that script? One way to do this is through journaling. Write about your experience, not as a victim, but as someone who gained insight from it. Ask yourself, what did I learn? Or how has this made me a stronger person? Remember, reframing isn't about erasing what happened. It's about shifting how you see it. As we begin to reframe our trauma as wisdom, it's essential to acknowledge how people-pleasing has become a coping mechanism for many of us. We may put others' needs before our own, even if it means sacrificing our own well-being. Think about it like this. Imagine you're at a party and someone asks you to do something that doesn't feel right for you. You might say yes because you don't want to disappoint them or rock the boat. But what if you said no? What if you prioritized your own needs and took care of yourself? We often hear that someone is functioning well despite their struggles with depression. But what does that really mean? It means they're able to put on a mask, to hide behind a facade of normalcy. They might be hiding behind their work, their relationships, or even their hobbies. But beneath the surface, they may be struggling to get out of bed in the morning. They may be numb, disconnected from themselves and others. This is not high-functioning depression. It's often a manifestation of unresolved trauma. Trauma that's been buried deep down, but still has the power to dictate their daily choices. Think of it like this. When you're wounded, your body may try to compensate by putting on armor, extra layers of protection, whether physical or emotional. This can lead to a kind of stiffness that masquerades as strength. But what if we were to reframe this stiffness not as a weakness, but as a sign of resilience? What if we saw it as a message from our body, saying, "I've been through something difficult, and I'm still here." Now that we've acknowledged our trauma as a signal from our body, it's time to reframe it as a catalyst for transformation. Think of your traumatic experiences like a scar on your skin. It may leave a mark, but it also tells the story of what you've endured and how you've healed. When you gaze at that scar, do you see it as a reminder of pain or as a testament to your strength? For me, a difficult childhood was a defining chapter in my life. I often thought it made me weak, but later realized it taught me resilience and empathy. It's the same with our trauma. We can choose to view it as something that broke us or something that made us stronger. Which narrative will you hold on to? By embracing your wisdom, not just trying to overcome your pain, you'll find that you're more whole than broken, more resilient than brittle. As we conclude this journey together, I want to remind you that the process of reframing your trauma as wisdom is not a destination, but a continuous path. It's like tending to a garden. With every step forward, new growth emerges, and old wounds begin to heal. Think about it. When you look back at those moments that once seemed so overwhelming, do they still hold the same weight? Or have they transformed into lessons learned, insights gained, and wisdom earned? I recall a woman I met who had experienced unimaginable loss. She said, "My grief is like a stone in my pocket. Sometimes it's heavy, but other times it feels like a reminder of how far I've come." That's the power of reframing, taking something that once felt suffocating and turning it into a symbol of your strength. You are not broken. You're not fragile. You're capable of growth, transformation, and wisdom. And as you continue on this journey, remember that every step forward is a testament to your resilience. As we conclude this journey together, I want you to remember that every experience, no matter how difficult or painful, holds within it a gift. It's not about erasing the past or ignoring its pain, but about recognizing the wisdom it has to offer. By embracing your trauma as a teacher, you can break free from its hold and emerge stronger, wiser, and more compassionate than ever before. You are not broken. You're simply holding on to lessons that will guide you towards healing and wholeness. And I want you to know that you're not alone on this path. We're all here together, walking the same journey of discovery and growth.